Hi there, Shalon Day with Bible Journaling Ministries. Thank you for joining me. Today I will be using the new 3-page kit available through your Momentum for 3 John 1:4 entitled No Greater Joy. I will be using 3 different shades or colors of Stickles, the glitter glue made by Ranger, and the kit. So if you're ready, let's get started. Let's take a look at this beautiful kit for 3 John 1:4 entitled No Greater Joy. The verse from the King James Version reads, I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth. You have these beautiful images, fall images of sunflowers, wreaths, grapevine wreaths with the pumpkins and the pine cones, the wagon with the pumpkins and wheat, as well as sunflowers. You have the watering pails and 2 cups of coffee or apple cider. Our word fetty for this kit says no greater joy. You have your crosses and hearts, your tab, and washies. Love the sunflower washi. On the second page, we have some smaller, a couple of smaller images, a few smaller images, and then other images with the sunflowers, your beautiful, beautiful Faith Dex cards, as well as your flags, crosses, and solid color washies. And your third page has your larger images, larger word fetty, and crosses. Now I printed my first and third pages on sticker paper, my second page on cardstock. That seems to be my preferred method just because of the Faith Dex cards. Then I can have them cut and ready to use. So in this video, and we are working with glitter and bling when it comes to our journaling. So I have chosen 3 different colors of Stickles. Stickles are basically a glitter glue, and so I chose 3 colors. I have this yellow sunburst. Now these are made by Ranger. The yellow is a sunburst, and the kind of reddish color is sunset, and then this brown, kind of brown gold glitter is sandstone. And I chose those colors just from inspiration from the kit. Now I'm going to use the kit and then use my Stickles to just add a little bit of bling to my page. Let me grab my Bible. And 3 John is a very short letter written by John to his friend Gaius, and no one really knows exactly who Gaius is. Gaius was a very common name in that time, and so we have really no concrete evidence of who exactly Gaius is, but obviously he was a believer and a close friend of John. And through this letter, it's a very short book. It's only 15 verses, but John addresses Gaius in particular and wishes him well. He goes on to say how delighted he was when he heard from other people how Gaius had testified and was spreading the good news of Jesus. And he goes on to say, I have no greater joy than this, to hear that my children are walking in truth. And then goes on to talk about 2 other people who one of whom was really trying to capture power within the church, and then commended Gaius on how he handled that situation. As he also goes on to talk about another associate, Demetrius. And so anyway, that was kind of an overview of the entire book. Now, because it is a short letter here, I have all of this page and this page. And I'm so happy about that because I could do a 2-page spread and make it very blingy and enjoy so many more elements of the kit. So we'll just start by highlighting our verse by using a yellow colored pencil. I have no greater joy than this, to hear that my children are walking in truth. And in my mind, I think, I wonder if the Lord says this as well, because who is the truth? And if we're walking in the truth as a child of the Lord, that probably brings him great, great joy. So I really like this verse a lot. Now, if you don't have Stickles, you could use, if you've got glitter gel pens, if you have maybe some glitter watercolor or glitter acrylic paints, you could certainly use those as well. I just have these on hand and they're so easy to use. So that is why I chose the Stickles for my entry here. So let's just get started with placing our tab. And you can place your tab differently than I do. I like to start with it and then just, if I want to add over it to kind of reinforce it, but at least then I'm not journaling and then covering up with the tab any of my journaling. Again, I'm using my Hosanna Revival Bible, which is my Bible that I have set aside specific to my art journaling for Momentum Devotions and the bonus kits that come every month. So, what do we begin with? I love these larger images. I think I want to start with this larger, because I have a full page over here. I'm going to use this larger kind of swag image. Beautiful. Carefully pull it up so that I don't tear anything, or, and I might, no, I can't turn it. I'm going to put it over here in this corner. And pull it down just a little. Let's see. And kind of shift it around a little. If it hangs off the page a bit, that's okay. And now let's see if I can use, now the larger one kind of is too big for this side. However, I have a smaller one on the first page, so I'll use the smaller one on the right hand side. Let's see if I can get this. Ooh, very close. Very close. Okay. Let's use this larger basket or box, hanging box of sunflowers here. And I can use the leaves as well. Let's just see if we can get this kind of like it's hanging from the words. Yes, like that. And so I have the leaves here, I think I'm actually going to scatter these throughout my entry here, because on the second page I have the same image, so I've got a few more of those leaves. And again, this is on cardstock. So if you have like a glue pen, I'm probably just going to use my glue stick and my tweezers, because these are tiny, and sometimes the tweezers just help me have a little bit more control. And it's interesting because we had the larger image on the third page here with the larger leaves, and then on the second page it's a little smaller, so you've got different sizes of the leaves, kind of like we give you the different sizes of the crosses and hearts. So that's helpful. All right, I'm going to use my little tweezers here I have in my, it's like a vinyl toolkit. Open my glue stick and then just kind of press that down. Ooh. Don't get it on your tweezers or you'll glue them together. And we'll just add these randomly. Maybe use the back side of my tweezers. That would be better. Just gonna move it across and then there we go. And set those aside out of the way. That was quick and easy. And I think I want to use this larger wagon type of image. Uh-oh. I'll pick that up and add that. But let's just add this down here. And I will grab that little stalk of wheat and just place that right back where it was. I'm going to use the larger word fetty as well. And let's use this as our kind of focal point here on this page. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is how I'm going to center that up and then kind of layer it there. I'm going to use this washi along this bottom edge. because having done this for a long time, I know that washi is the perfect length for my Bible pages. Let's see. What else do we want to use? We have some more leaves that are separate here on this, below this little basket or box or sign. So let's just add those. Again, just throughout our journaling entry. And I'm using my kit first, and then we will come back and bling it up using our Stickles. There we go. Let's use this beautiful image here. Trying to carefully without tearing it too much. There we go. Oh. There we go. I'm just going to use, let's just use double-sided tape on this. Let's add it up here. And then I won't have to there. That worked out well. Kind of hangs up. It's off the page a little bit. Only because I didn't put my double-sided tape all the way to the edges. That's okay. Let's use some of these smaller images here. Oh no. Okay. I'll have to fix that. Wasn't as careful as I should have been. Okay. So I will just have to put that back together. Let's use our glue stick again. So I'm going to use this, and this one is bigger than those leaves, so I don't really need my tweezers for it. Might for this little piece here. Alright, and add it to the side here where I accidentally tore it because I was not very careful. All fixed. I like using these smaller images on these second pages of these 3-page kits because they're a different size, and I really like that. So we're able to get you more images and a different size than what our standard is. And so it kind of gives you the opportunity to be able to utilize more of the kit in different ways. Maybe you don't have a very large margin either, which we try to make, try to take into consideration. A majority of Bibles, journaling Bibles, are 2-inch margins. So that's why the first page and then most of your second page here will fit in a 2-inch margin but sometimes we're able on these second pages to make smaller than the typical size, and that gives you the opportunity to have more to work with. let me rub this on here, like maybe I can get it on the edges. Yeah, that's better. Okay, one last small image here. Be very careful, Shalon. When I was a little girl, I used to have these like punch out, and you would like lick the back of it, and you all remember those activity books where you would have these like perforated images, and then it was like the lickable sticky back like stamps used to be. And I don't know, maybe stamps are still like that. I don't know. I usually get the ones that are self-adhesive, but I had those activity kind of coloring books that you would punch them out and lick the back of them, and you know, place on your coloring page, your activity page. That's what these, when I print these out on the cardstock and cut them out, that's what it reminds me of so much. Well, I'm using a lot of the ones from the second page. I have to be careful here too, because we've got these stems hanging down, and I don't want to really tear them off. But I can use my tweezers to kind of punch them out. Oh, that works out great. Hey, I might have just taught myself something new, to preserve my images here using tweezers when we have those fine details like that. Let's just pull the cardstock back and make it easier, or even just punch along. Well, looky there. That is a great solution. I just learned something new. Okay, that worked out great. And now I can use my tweezer to pull out any little fine areas that may not have cut all the way through. Great. My glue stick. I bought a bunch of glue sticks many years ago when we first started homeschooling, and I bought this great big bulk pack of these glue sticks to use for art, and I'm still able to use I still have so many of these glue sticks left. I like to, when they do the back to school supplies and when I have to buy things for homeschooling, I also keep an eye out for things that I might need for Bible journaling, because then I can get them for a great price. Let's go ahead and add crosses and hearts. Take my the red, and it's called Sunset, and I am just going to make some, I'm going to do a border. I'm going to do a border. Let's see. Let's use the sunset to do a border across the top, just like a, so I'm going to use my Stickles, and it's just a squeeze, and it has the fine tip here, but I am going to do a line and then a dot like this. Ooh. And then a line and a dot. Also remember, it is wet, so I didn't want to do anything down here and then have my hand in it where I would accidentally smear it. Let's use our sandstone and do some, and I'm going to start in this corner over here. So I'm going to kind of work my way over where I don't have my hand in it. I want to make sure, though, in my head that I am not going to be putting my hand in when I use the yellow. So I'm going to use my sandstone to do just some swirls like that on my page. And you kind of have to go really wide because, again, glitter glue, don't know if you've seen any of my technique courses when I'm doing these swirls, but my brain, if I'm not paying attention, all of my swirls will start in the same direction and go the same direction. So I have to be careful and very aware of which direction I started, or I've had my swirls in. And it's okay if they all go the same direction. I just like them to go in different directions. And now I'm just going to use my yellow, again, sunburst, and make some just kind of squiggly lines. You could do dots, just adding some bling to our page. And I like Stickles because it's not as like runny as glue, so it kind of stays right where you put it, which is great. Remember, move your Bible around, especially when you're working with wet mediums, so that you don't stick your hand in it. I'm just going to add, you could go around your images if you wanted to. You could go on your images if you wanted to add your stickles to. I just like to do it like this. I think I want to come back with my red, because the only red stickles that I have is across this top, and I want to add some in here, so I'm just going to do some dots with the red stickles, like 3 dots in a grouping where I have some Now, when you're doing dots with the stickles, see what I just did? I wasn't able to hold up and kind of stop. So let's kind of move that with my tweezers. You could use a Q-tip as well. And that's okay. It kind of looks like a starburst. But you really have to, and I mean, it's no big deal if it's not perfect. Obviously we're not perfect, but it's more of a place and lift up, place and lift up, place and lift up, and make sure you're all the way up before you move to the next one, which is what happened here. You could do crosses, you could do just dots, just a simple way to add some bling to your journaling entry. And stickles come in so many different colors and like sets. I'm not sure if they come out with new ones anymore. I know they used to for a long time. Like every season it would be a new like 6-piece set or something like that. You can order them individually. I try to look for sets and sets that are on sale on Amazon. And only when the mood hits me, like maybe I need some new stickles. I don't do that very often. Kind of like Posca pens. I put off and put off and put off buying Posca pens. And then I bought a black and a white. And then I was like, ooh, I need some colored Posca pens. So then I bought a box that had colors in it, filling in some of this white space. I don't know if you're like me. I think if there's white space, there needs to be something there when I'm journaling. There we go. Oh, need a little bit of red something up here. No pattern, no rhyme or reason, just adding bling to our journaling entry. I am very happy with the way that this entry for 3 John 1:4, or just verse 4, because it's just one chapter. It's a very short letter. I hope that you have enjoyed this. If you happen to be watching on YouTube and you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, click that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. We put out new tutorial videos every Friday. I can't wait to be with you again soon. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. Goodbye.